All right. Hey, everybody. So this is Nighlin. I have my two co-commentators here, Kilma.
Hi.
And Art.
Also hi.
I'm going to start off with all DLC. I'm not doing Kobe's Combat Chronicles because it doesn't lend well to speedrunning, but I will be playing all 9 of the newest DLC characters in 4 of Yamato stages and the 5 of the harder variants of Path to the King of Pirates. And then going into New Game Plus right after with the remaining time, trying to get as far as possible. So we're going to start with Yamato's Adventures, and I'm ready to go time-wise in, if you guys are, in 3, 2, 1, go. So here we're going to play as Half-Beast Kaido. I've planned out all of these. I can't use the same DLC character multiple times, so we're going to be using Half-Beast Kaido for this first one. I'll be trying to get 100% on all of these. If anything happens where I can't do that, I'm just going to move along because it doesn't make sense to redo the whole stage for that. And anybody in my commentary can cover what's going to be happening on the stage.
Yeah, so you're gonna see him moving to a lot of specific places, a lot of specific ways to spawn certain groups of enemies and or a specific enemy throughout all of these stages.
Yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that there will also be points where he needs to keep certain enemies or groups of enemies alive because you need to be able to get back to them and basically beat them so you can start the next part of the stage.
Basically, you have to finish all of the objectives, and there's hidden dependency chains on the order, or that determine the order you have to do the objective.
Yeah. And so here he has to beat the guy at the bridge and then go back around because he needs to spawn this guy over here for this hidden condition, and then I believe go back around to spawn Kid as fast as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna summon Kinemon as fast as possible because he's like an escort target. I'm gonna break a couple of these buildings and take out people that I think I can reach in time. I kind of can't reach this guy in time, but I'm gonna attempt to go here and take out this guy. I messed up a little bit and slipped up and left him alive. It's easy to forget this guy in particular because I have to go around the other side. But them's the breaks. Not too horrible overall. Half-Beast Kaido's deceptively fast despite kind of looking visually a little slow. He's just big, so it just messes with the eyes.
Zooms out the camera.
That's why Whitebeard's the fastest character in the game.
Yeah.
Because he's big, real big.
Exactly. This character is like bigger in terms of overall scale, so he looks even slower. Whitebeard's very like limber, so he doesn't come off too weird. So
yeah, it also doesn't help that this guy's like a giant monster, so
yeah,
it's just hard to tell.
I was gonna say, like, where the heck is my lookout? Alright, sorry, Drake. Second loss of the day.
Third of the year.
Third of the year.
But, you know, if you know, you know.
Alright. And then, standing here will spawn the Okiku. We got Lucky RNG. They actually rendered in faster. So, with the Uta patch, they kind of screwed the rendering a little bit, and they fixed some of it, but not quite all of it. So there's going to be a lot of times in this run where a few guys won't quite spawn, like immediately render in, and they're invulnerable until they do. I can't do anything about that, and sometimes it's just a product of like, you know, I'm streaming this game, for example, and that affects it a little bit. You guys invincible on spawn, so I have to delay. Yep, as expected. My kill. I thought I was on time, but oh well.
Yeah,
okay, that didn't
Jack
either.
is annoying.
What a wacky response.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, across these stages, there's a few enemies like that where when they spawn in, you just have to wait. It's just a, you know, have better luck next time, really.
Yeah, you gotta respect their time, you know.
Yeah. And Uda does it every time she spawns, so if you get unlucky enough to ever have her spawn as an enemy, hold that.
Yeah, it's quite significant. Some characters are really long. Bueno comes to mind, Jack comes to mind, and others aren't quite that bad, but there'll also be these stages, or these enemies like Copper here, where they're just soul enemies. I don't need to kill them for any sort of objective. Here I just have to take the last 2 territories. So I'm trying to path in such a way that I leave some of them a little bit on the alive, so I can basically get as much kills within the territory as possible. But I went through a tear, it seems, on this side and didn't get many of them.
Yeah, when you were dashing earlier, I didn't mention it, but I saw you just running people down. So
yeah, so that is unfortunate. And then right here, if you get 100% on this stage, then it will spawn in Odin here. So we know we got everything.
Yeah.
We got a giant tail.
And that's the shortest one.
Yeah.
So
that one's like loosely 5-ish minutes usually in practice. But
yeah,
I had some fumbles.
Yeah, it starts getting a little upsetting after that one. Once you get to the second stage.
Particularly once you miss like some silly hit count requirement thing, or oh, there was some guy on the other side of the stage that I forgot to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stage in particular is very wacky.
It's by far the worst of the 4.
Yeah, because you do a lot of just walking here and then going backwards and then walk here and then go backwards again.
Shout out to Pirate Warriors 2-1.
Yeah. And then also, when we get to Smoothie up here, he's gonna show you why why we need Garp in a fighting game. But yeah, this stage in particular also has some really nasty RNG coming like later in the run. So, you know, I hope you get the right Luffy.
Yeah, exactly. The rendering hit there. Shouts to Zio. There's like a little bit of a trick. I'm leaving the person up there on the top on purpose, because after completing the objective here, it goes to the next search objective, and that would deny all the side objectives I have to do. But yeah, shouts to Zio for that rendering trick. If you go into the enemy menu, sometimes, not always, you can re-render the enemies. It like makes the game recheck where they are on the map, because it points them out on the map. And that can be enough sometimes to get what you need.
I am also upset that because she rendered so late, you didn't get to do the grab on her. But, you know, it's fine. No big deal.
But
I'm just a little upset as a grappler.
So, is Garp not in Burning Blood? I've never played it.
He is. He just doesn't work like he has grabs, but it's that game ain't. You know what I mean? Like, it don't function like a fighting game fighting. You know what I mean? So when he's a grappler, but he ain't a grappler.
Well, hey, what about fighting for One Piece?
He's not in that game.
All right. So he's looking for Luffy's here. And it's RNG. Which one's the right one? You'll know which one's the right one because it takes more damage / longer to kill than the rest of them. And it's just annoying. That's it. It's just annoying.
Guess it was that one.
Yeah, that was the one.
I got like a super kill on him, so it didn't look as obvious that he was weaker than the others, but he was in fact.
He did take extra hits from the projectile to kill. It just didn't look like it because he dashed with the projectile and pushed it forward into him.
Yeah. So one of you could go ahead and explain FDM.
Oh yeah, so this is being played on FDM, which is a neat little mod that Nighlin here made. That basically speeds up all of the dialogue in the game, makes the game play faster as a whole, and also, I believe, removes timers on most, if not everything, right?
It skips a couple. It skips a lot of cutscenes as well. Any cutscene that doesn't pause the timer gets straight up skipped. And it also fixes the trees in, I think it's 5.1, which I always like to bring up because that was an ordeal to fix.
Nighlin stayed up for 36 hours trying to fix those trees.
I succeeded, so it's in the past.
He says that now, but he was so angry at the time. Yeah, so that Katakuri, by the way, Katakuri which he killed a second ago, is very easy to miss. It's very easy to just accidentally not get him here and just miss every side objective involving Katakuri because you have to beat him here first. So, just something to take note of.
That seems good. Oh, this guy's bonus.
Yeah, Mr. 2? Was that Mr. 2 or Mr. 3?
Yeah, Mr. 2, I think.
Mr. 2 doesn't matter. This is a soul enemy. So this is an example of someone that you left alive so that you don't have to start the next part of the mission. Because I was mentioning that earlier, last stage, there's a lot of points across the Yamato mission specifically where you just leave somebody alive and then go around to complete all of the side objectives. Because if you beat that person, then you can't get them anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's what happened. That's why Redacted was still over there, even though he spawned it earlier. So.
Yeah. If it isn't obvious, we cannot say that man's name.
Twitch does not like that man's name. They don't.
So, Big Mom's gotta change it. But
yeah, Big Mom's gotta change his name. There's a few stages in the Yamato missions that have these messengers that run around, and they're really fast and annoying for no reason. Yeah, they're just really annoying. I've seen the one on the level after this specifically has given Nighlin a lot of trouble, from what I've seen. So, mainly because of the character that he uses for that level.
Yeah, it definitely is a struggle. Okay. So I do to trigger the next Katakuri objective, all of these guys have to die. The actual main objective only requires that okay. I failed an objective earlier. I didn't walk onto this. I remember now that I failed it.
Yes, you didn't go back onto it.
Yeah.
To kill the 3 brothers.
I walked right next to it, and then I just walked back up. I was like, oh, this path is more convenient. And then I was like, well, that because
your fault for trying to speedrun and save time. Your fault.
My bad. So normally you would walk over that node and Judge would spawn because you had done the second objective there. Not a big deal. This stage is very similar both ways, unlike some of the other ones. But basically you would have just killed 3 brothers right before, and then you would go down there and kill Judge, and then take up Prospero like I just did. The rest of the stage is identical, outside of the very, very end where it would spawn Big Mom with her sons. And then the Katakuri objective up here happens if you take out all of the commanders. So I've succeeded in doing that. And like Kyomo had said before, you have to take out the previous Katakuri objective, or this one won't spawn. Similar to how Judge didn't spawn because I didn't defeat his sons.
Yep.
And Judge would also normally spawn after you beat Big Mom here. As part of this objective, which is why you won't see that happen.
Yeah, so basically, be mad at Nighlin for playing the game faster. Foolish mistake. Foolish mistake. What are you doing speedrunning? What is this, some kind of speedrun?
Yeah, that's factual. So, that is there.
Next stage.
Next stage.
Next stage. Let me tell you something about next stage. Let me tell you a little thing about next stage.
We'll be playing.
We don't like it. We don't like this one.
Yeah, we're playing Luffy here. I had to route a lot of these characters in. Luffy just happens to have just enough of what I need to kind of get through this stage. He's not like ideal, I think, but he's not far off of it. So. Given that we're using the DLC options here. That's crazy, didn't die, but he'll die from this.
Canon Luffy, question mark? Alright, so now we're an actual character. By the way, now that it's Gear 5 moment. This is the actual character. So, this stage, the reason we were memeing this stage so hard is we were complaining about the back and forth last level. this level has a lot of just go here and thing will spawn and like beat 300 enemies in under a minute here and then do this thing here. It's a lot of back and forth to just hope that you spawn everything that you need to spawn. It's really obnoxious on this level. And also, I mentioned it last time, and you'll see it later in this run. I'll probably mention it when it's there. If not, Nighlin will. But there's another messenger that will spawn like in the last level that is harder to catch with Luffy than the one in the last level was with Garp. And that guy can just ruin the run, technically.
Yeah, he definitely can. This area is kind of odd because this commander that spawns kind of past Kobe here tends to like run off into the sunset alone, this one. And so I'm being cautious to make sure he's defeated. Garp spawns in this bend over here. And you can see that the objective is to kill a guy with a 300 hit combo. Like, so I'm trying to kind of maintain my combo as much as I can maintain it without like using up so much stamina that my dash won't make it over before I run out of stamina.
Well, keeping your hit count up with Gear 5 Luffy is beneficial anyway, right? Because that extends the form change time?
Yes. So Gear 5 Luffy is special in that he gains additional duration. You might have seen that I'm just in this form forever. He gets additional duration based off hit count. Now it does diminish, which is why eventually it will like kind of fail to get a lot, because the amount of hits required to gain a second back becomes larger and larger as you're in it. There's a bonus condition here where after beating Jabra, you have to kind of like move into this area to trigger the next objective, this one. It's not very clear, the game is very unclear about that one. And also that objective will visually glitch out if I killed Kaku like I just did. So I need to... Okay, I got the success message to appear. Sometimes that won't happen. And this is when the messenger appears. I'm going to try to head him off and hit him with this, but... Okay, good.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised you actually caught him. A lot of the times, he will just outspeed it.
Yeah. It's very frustrating. Okay, that pushed them off to the side, which is sad. But...
Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
So there is, like... We theorized a slightly better path here, where if you don't kill Kaku, I accidentally killed him. By process of him being that frail. But... If you don't, you can keep Lucci like spawned up there, like because he spawns next to Kaku, and save yourself a little bit of time.
That being said, I do believe we've gotten every objective so far.
Yeah, we should be good in objectives. This Kizaru Fuji one is the only one scary here, because Fuji likes to sit in this valley over here and then go up and down it if you try to go around it. It's like he's hiding. To be honest. And he's the only real objective here of any merit.
Yeah. Are you saying that Fuji's scared, by the way?
I guess. Yeah, he's a coward.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all hear what he's saying about the goat?
He just runs away. He don't want smoke for some reason. You could call him the J. Cole of the Admirals.
The J. Cole of One Piece. What the heck? If you know, you know. That's the second time we've referenced that this stream. You know, you know. But yeah, a lot of this map is... We have also complained about, like, how this map is designed. Me and Nighlin. We've complained about how, because of the way it's designed, this mission specifically has too much back and forth. Specifically towards the top of the map. But
well, if you look at like where he is right now, why does it not connect to that spot on the right?
That's a great question. That's an amazing question.
Yeah, you
because like that's a lot of walking if you need to get over there for whatever reason.
The answer is reprogram the game, low-key. If you got that much of a problem with it, make an opening yourself. How about that?
I don't think that's a programming problem, but like the map model doesn't really facilitate that.
You know, you never know.
You
got caught. Also, you got caught on a wall that doesn't exist.
Yeah, fake.
Love when that happens.
There's a lot of fake walls in this stage. I forgot that move doesn't work compared to this one. I don't know what the developers are thinking, but they weren't on that move. Okay. So there's a glitch of this character. I guess I could show it off. They didn't patch this. It was introduced when he was Uta patch, but all of his special moves, including the ones in Gear 5, ignore Logia intangibility. So if you're ever like annoyed about Logias, you know, it's kind of like a public service announcement on Logias. So if you're ever annoyed about pesky Logia types, you can play as this character and ignore it entirely. Apparently Garp also has a glitch, but it's much more precise in ignoring Logias. But if you just don't want to care at all, you can play this character. You can just throw a Kaminari at them, they'll die, and no issue.
Yep.
Until they patch it, question mark? Which they might not do, because there's no more updates that I can tell.
Kiku was glitched for like 6 months.
So much for 3.1.
Yeah. So far, it's not in the cards. Now, it could happen, and if it does, that'll be amazing, because there's a couple bugs in particular that are pretty drastic that are still in the game. Air Expert has been bugged for a long time, since almost like launch, and it'd be cool if it worked. Leadership level 4 and 5 break the skill, so it won't do anything if you have them a level 4 or 5.
Yep,
that'd be cool.
Which is real unfortunate for console players who have no way of undoing that. You just have to restart your save, basically.
Yeah.
You can't
or
unlearn
not
skills.
use the skill, which is not realistic. Yeah, those come to mind in terms of those skill bugs, but there are plenty of damage bugs and like the rendering issue and whatnot. There's a list of it you could probably find if you look it up. But I might put out a document with more comprehensive bug list at some point.
Yeah, that would actually be sick, because there's a lot. There are a lot. Don't be fooled. There are a lot. At one point, it was worse. Like I mentioned earlier, Kiku was broken for like 6 months at one point in time, where she straight up had a move that just didn't do damage. Didn't work.
Her C1 had no hitbox on it.
Yeah.
The follow-up in FFB did, but the initial hit still didn't.
Yeah. Also, this level that we're on now, it's... So with Rayleigh, it's not that bad, because Nighlin knows the route really well with Rayleigh and just knows how to play Rayleigh. But this level does have a lot of do things really fast in rapid succession, or you won't be able to do next side quest, basically. Because, again, like the rest of these stages, which is kind of annoying, they just want you going everywhere on the map 3 times for some reason.
Yeah.
So...
You gotta make the most of it.
A good example is this objective right here. It's not... I mean, it tells you, but it's not very clear to kill 300 guys. Even it looks like, oh, kill the major objective there, like the people that are highlighted. But it's not sufficient. You'll fail the condition if you just walk out, basically. And then all these guys, as you can see, they're not on the map, they're secret objectives.
Oh, he just beat the best character in the game.
That is the best character in the game. I will not accept other answers. You might say it's Whitebeard, which is technically statistically true by all merits, but Capone Beje is the best character in the game. Also, another neat little thing, speaking of Capone Beje. So, Rayleigh has this little mechanic that makes him faster than most of the other DLC characters that is similar to a thing that Capone can do, which is his air dash moves really fast. It's just a lot of short dashes in the air, basically, that are they just make him faster. There's no real reason for it. He just is faster. He just has a good air dash, you know. Tear gap.
Yeah, some characters, like when they end their dash, they don't lose any velocity, which is what you're seeing me tapping dashes for. And that's like a big portion of it. So some characters, there's a lot of like micro things, but the short of it is like characters who hold dash will like scoop down towards other characters and slow down, as you can see right there. And some characters ignore that more than others, so it would be considered a negative thing if you're trying to, you know, combo dash people more often. But because you carry more speed through, you generally are just a faster character. And some characters have more or less of that.
Well, like, so for example, Rayleigh is on the opposite end of the air dash speed curve from someone like, or well, dash speed curve in general from someone like Whitebeard, right? Because his initial velocity is higher, but Whitebeard doing longer dashes is generally better. From what I remember.
Yeah, Whitebeard maintains his speed really well, but it does drop a little bit as time passes, or as you let go of it. So, like, generally you're fine with just letting, like, the whole thing ride. You don't cap it. Whereas, like, for Rayleigh, it's close to equal, but he's, like, maybe the main difference is that he doesn't track after you release the button, after you see his, like, legs lift back up. And a lot of characters work this way, which means he won't slow down to collide with foes, which is what makes him slower than normal. So because it's equal in speed, and he doesn't collide with the foe, it ends up working out for him. There's a messenger here. I almost skipped him.
Yep.
It's really
I was
easy.
talking about him earlier. These messengers, man.
So I've had a couple reroutes right here. Once you kill this section, you can start taking territories. And you need to eventually take them all. And pathing through this whole section is kind of tricky. They're not spawning a lot, so I'm not going to waste a lot of time there. But,
Actually, how little they were spawning.
yeah, it's pretty peculiar, but it's fine. I'm going to go to the Beige spawn up here instead. It looks like they spawned the enemy leader at the bottom. I'm just going to hope that, he wraps around to me. So Beige always renders in really slow here. He takes his time, you know, being invincible. He's the father. Like he doesn't want to.
He's the best character in the game, and he wants you to know it.
Yeah. So he gives himself a little bit of extra time there in the sun before departing to the battlefield. Puts himself in his own devil fruit in a way.
Yeah, kinda. He sets up camp. But yeah, this stage is, at least because of the character that Nighlin uses here, I like how fast this stage is. Comparatively to, say, like the last two, which were a lot slower because it was, first off, just a lot more go here and then go backwards. But also because the characters he was using themselves made them slower. Because Rayleigh, realistically, just as a character, on paper, is faster than both Garp and Tier 5 Luffy.
I think he's like third on the tier list, actually.
Yeah.
Which is remarkable that we got other characters that good. Like, I mean, of course they're gonna be good, they're DLC, right? But like, Rayleigh, Roger, and Gear 5 Luffy have, like, actually everything below Whitebeard and Kaido is just DLC characters. Like, all the way down to Ace.
Yep, because there's another character which you guys will be seeing later because he's DLC, and that's Kobe, and he is like, I was talking about this with Nighlin last night when we were looking at stuff for this, either this stage or the Kobe stage. But Rayleigh is faster, but for a shorter amount of time. Kobe is just faster overall. Like, after a certain point, because Rayleigh has to, like, care about his stamina, so he can't dash everywhere. But because Kobe's a speed character, he can just go wherever he wants, whenever he wants, and he's, like, just fast.
The funny speed type infinite stamina memes.
Yup.
Yeah, tech types tend to have a problem with stamina. They have no, like, two of the types in the game basically have, like, some sort of subsystem to help with stamina, which is sky types and speed types. Sky types have 50% reduction in their FFB, and speed types have 90% reduction in FFB, but also just have straight up, like, a 25 or 20% reduction all the time. So for them, they're like, they're down. They're like, oh, sick. I can just move a little bit more. They're a bit worse. Like, speed types have gotten worse over time. But there's just less good tech types, and luckily they made Rayleigh one of the better ones. I might die here, question mark.
That would be very funny.
Yeah, it went weird there. I got unlucky. But
oh no. He did lost his train of thought. I got you though. So the problem with tech types, because like he was saying, like they usually just suck stamina for some reason. And speed types always had the infinite stamina, so they used to be really good, but as time has gone on, it's just they've done more things to alleviate that, as well as just had better tech characters like Rayleigh.
Namely, we have twice as much stamina now as we did pre-patches.
Yes, that's a big one. There's also a few like different things that like skills you can equip that make you conserve less stamina or move faster, stuff like that. Just slight stuff that over time has added to like even the playing field basically between different character types. That being said, at the end of the day, I mean, Whitebeard's still Whitebeard, so what are you gonna do?
Whitebeard has like the perfect storm of capabilities to make him the best character in the game, so...
Yeah. But that was the end of the Yamato missions.
Yeah.
And now onto the hard ones. He almost died. He almost died in level 4 there. I want y'all to remember that. So, he's doing the hardest difficulty version of each of these stages, starting with True Coliseum King, which is just a Coliseum. There's not much in terms of tech here, it's just play the game good and don't die, and it is very difficult.
And hope you don't have to fight Chopper or Robin or one of any other of a litany of characters that just make it hell.
Yep. You know, just RNG diff, basically. RNG gap is skill gap. What can I say? Also, Yamato, the reason we use Yamato on this stage is because you can lock people up like this, and you're just playing Sonic the Hedgehog over and over in the corner.
Plus the freeze capability is pretty fun.
Absolutely. But yeah, look at that.
I believe Nighlin's Yamato has like no defense to make use of chi death and such, which means dying in 2 or 3 hits, or 1 if it's against Robin, or various other multi-hit characters. But Robin's the one I mostly see because all of her attacks are multi-hits.
Yeah.
They just instant kill you.
Yeah.
I have level 15 defense and health here. It just doesn't matter enough. It helps me against some like kick hits and red bursts, which is why I have it, because I was dying to red bursts before. Okay. I'm about to run out of this, so I'm just trying to kill Brooke right before.
And another thing with the hardest difficulty missions of the Roger missions is, I'm pretty sure, aren't they all bare minimum like highest possible level in the game?
They're really close, yeah. This one's like level 29 out of 30, which, like, to compare the previous highest level mission, not counting ultra hard, was level 18. So it's significantly higher. Chopper is really bad. Luckily I got my mode in time and froze him, but like if he hits you, because they gave him in this DLC, they gave a lot of the AI additional tools, giving them access to special moves they didn't use before. And okay, thanks game. That's a crazy move for her to have. I died.
RNG gap and skill gap.
I knew that would happen because there wasn't any oranges nearby. Tangerine.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
You know, the realistic thing here is that you're probably not gonna get through every single one of these hardest difficulty stages without dying. Like, it's unfortunately that's just the way it is because of how difficult they are. The AI characters are cheaters, literally cheating, and so you just gotta hold that. But yeah, I hope y'all like watching Sonic gameplay, because that's, as long as we're in the Coliseum, that's what you're getting.
I mean, to be fair, this could be the best Sonic game, best 3D Sonic game.
I was about to argue. I was about to have an argument before you said 3D, because you know what I was gonna say. We're about to have an argument in the middle of the speedrun stream. Unbelievable. But 3D, I'll accept. You can say that.
You probably get like a huge rant out of Liam if he was here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Liam would go nuts. Liam would hit you with the Sonic Adventures 2 is the best. You would never
Like
hit the
Chow
end of it.
Garden, like this doesn't have a Chow Garden.
I'm a Chow Garden speedrunner.
We mean this in the nicest way to Liam. If he's
I love Liam. That's my boy.
We love him. So
Shout out Liam. Oh.
This is a bad time to run out.
This is a really bad time.
Okay. She doesn't have like the longest range moves if she doesn't use one move in particular, so I can kind of like haunt her into doing moves, I guess.
Yeah.
Hello.
Luckily, you didn't get somebody that has full screens. There are characters in this game that you can get unlucky here, and they're just characters with full screen moves. But those are the ones you got to look out for, along with, like Art was saying earlier, the multi-hitters. There's also these submissions that are like damn near impossible to get on true Coliseum King. They're possible on.
Okay, I got Akainu. Okay, this is impossible with Akainu. So I'm dead here. Yeah. It's absolutely impossible if I get an Akainu like that.
I have to reroll. Because all of his attacks are they're basically Robin plus.
Yeah.
They'll all one-shot you from full life. They don't care. He's invincible during his FFB. He's immune to freeze.
Yeah. He mixes both of the things I said we gotta look out for. He's a full screener and a multi-hitter as well.
He was also one of the last 3, so he got the boon, the like buff of increased defense and like armor. So I was like, yeah, this is amazing.
Absolutely. It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful just getting the Akainu and being like, well, hey. But yeah, there's these submissions you get that are basically impossible on the true difficulty, because you're just never going to be able to be like, oh yeah, beat Sengoku within 60 seconds. That's just unrealistic. On the normal difficulty, however, those are pretty easy to get. Oh, you actually did get the... Yeah. There's some that are like, do it in 50 hits and stuff like that, where it's like, well, you would just be sitting, like, you have to sit full screen, so you can't really get away with it. I'm like sitting here stressed for him now, because I'm like, I forgot that Akainu is an option that you can get. So I'm just sitting here like stressed, but I'm not even the one playing.
That one guy who's like a fraud or whatever.
Who?
Fraud Ice Freehawk?
Oh yeah, Fraud Ice Freehawk. Forgot about him. Yep.
Are we allowed to start fights? One Piece characters on the street.
Yeah, are we allowed to start beef with One Piece fans? I'm the biggest One Piece hater on the planet.
Probably a bad plan.
Yeah. Let's not do that. So I'll have to be careful. There's a character we're gonna use. There's a few characters we're gonna use later that are DLC characters that I'm gonna have to keep my mouth shut on, because I got full conversations about them.
There's a couple of bits.
There's a few.
Couple that are still usable.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time he beats somebody, I'm just like, please don't be Akainu or Robin. Please don't be Akainu or Robin.
Is there anyone else that's really horrible to get?
There can be in theory. I've never seen some of them.
Yeah. I can imagine a few that would be really annoying. I can imagine.
This is the second last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round 9.
We love people breaking out of our combos because they just can, by the way. You might ask what caused that, to which the answer is the game decided it.
That was convenient.
That was very convenient. Because now you're allowed to build meter.
against his giant freaking defense.
Yeah, so that's, it looks like he has no health, and that's like what we were talking about with the AI characters cheating earlier, is like, they just, when the game's difficulty is this high, their defense and health are just outlandish.
There's also undying, that's a factor.
Well, that's also true. And again, as previously stated, you just gotta hold that. This would also be really rough. This will be really rough. Oh, wow.
The 1 HP left.
Whoa.
Got slapped once down to 1
Whoa.
HP. Oh, man.
Wow. I cannot believe you clutched that one out.
Yeah, I was like, hold my breath, please.
That went better than expected.
Yeah, that honestly, only 2 deaths. Only 2.
That mission's like a 5-6 death kind of ordeal, generally.
Yeah. So this next one is True Walking Poneglyph. So this is just One Piece trivia. You beat the enemy that has the thing, that has the answer to the question. I know most of these. So you're looking at the answer right there. That's Utopia, and we're playing Udo because that's a DLC character. But, I mean, that's, you know, DLC percent. That's what we're doing here. The only thing to make this faster is just RNGing the answer. Jinbei's birthday is August something. It's August 10th, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah, that's just how we're cooking.
No, it's
That's
not. You lied.
No, it's not. Whose birthday did I get him? I got it confused with Akainu.
That makes sense to me.
Akainu's is August 15th or 16th, something like that. My bad.
Underwater volcano.
All right, good. Now I don't look like I know everything about One Piece. That's actually a good look for me. It's a great look for me. When is Robin's birthday? You tell me. How about that?
I really should know this.
That's why I asked you.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah.
I'm mad that I'm mad that the answer was right in front of you.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I know.
Nami's birthday?
I know Ibuki's birthday and I know Aogar's birthday, but those aren't One Piece characters.
Isn't it?
So
it's either July or November. It's one of those two. I think it's. Am I tripping? Am I tripping?
I don't know.
Robin's birthday is.
It's February 6th.
Yeah.
So it's July, I think. We're gonna July. We're gonna July it. Nice.
I just assumed December birthday. I was like, I feel like.
I'm so mad. I gotta stop being right about these things.
Ryoma, where are you at? What the? It's spelled different? They fucked with me. My bad.
I thought it was gonna be me first.
I do feel like that sometimes.
Hey, you know, it happens. It happens.
Gladiator. They put him up there.
Oh wow.
Sorry, I was mad about that because I was like, dude, come on, Japanese English, you really gonna get me on that?
That's the funniest possible outcome. Oh wow.
They just played me.
I really thought it was gonna be me first. I really did. I thought I was gonna be the one that cracked.
Yeah. I've actually never somehow, like last year I did like 8+ hours of commentary and managed to not say anything I shouldn't have off stream. Like,
hey, I've never done it either, but I've only done one event, so.
Yeah,
you know.
sure. So I personally think that the hard version of this mission should have all of the text in Poneglyph.
Ooh, that'd be
yeah.
sick. So he was supposed to be, yeah. There you go. But yeah, that's
Thousand Year War, 1,000 Year Battle. I don't actually know. 1,000 Year War is like Gundam, isn't it? I don't.
So what's the other option besides 1,000 Year War and 1,000 Year Battle?
Quarrel.
It's the 1,000 Year Quarrel.
Okay. That sounds right to me, given that it's in ancient times. I could see that, and it is not too dangerous? Question mark. Okay. I was like, it wasn't like too insane because they're not currently.
I just have to.
This item's Shino something rather. Where the heck are you? Why did they move them so far? They put them across the ocean.
Yeah, they did actually. Bro's on the other side of the planet. Yeah, biggest One Piece hater of all time knows the answer to all these questions, by the way. Unbelievable. That's upsetting.
It's not Master Reveal's best friend. Where is he?
It is his best friend. I told you the answer to this one last night when we was practicing.
Yeah.
Something like that. A lot of these are repeat questions, so
Yeah.
you know,
Luckily,
it's like
not an insane pool.
yeah, it's a pool of like 50 or something, 70 something. They just pull from, and so you'll get a lot of repeats. We got an 80. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Because if I'd have gotten you a 100,
You'd never escape the allegations.
the night would have had to be the night. That's all I'll say.
All right. Grand Line Pioneer with Kobe.
Grand Line Pioneer. This is a race, so use Kobe here because, like I said earlier, Kobe is really fast, and you're gonna see it. I actually like what they did with Kobe in the DLC. I tell Nighlin about it a lot. I like that Kobe's good. Shout out to Kobe.
I'm still kind of upset he doesn't have the Carlton drip, though.
I am too, but hey, you know, that's alright. It is okay. And yeah, this is just 3 laps. You fight a boss at the end of every lap, correct? Or is it like
midway
halfway and then
yeah.
So you fight one every time there's a red flag, which is that's funny. Every time there's a red flag at the halfway and end points, you fight a boss there. And it's just make sure that you do it before the AI characters make it to the end. The thing that makes this unfortunate is that the AIs don't have to fight no bosses. What the heck?
Yeah, they're cheaters.
Literal cheating. Literal. What are we doing?
Any boomers in the chat will know wacky races. It's like that.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it kinda is like that. I'm not a boomer, but I do know about wacky races. We do love some wacky races.
Isn't that the one where Dick Dastardly stops to cheat
Yeah.
Yes.
when he's ahead?
Yes.
For some ungodly reason.
Yeah, he's great. Love that character. Alright, now that we have FFB, we get to kind of go quite a bit faster, a little bit better cancel window stuff, and these bosses are way easier to just game. Blitz a little faster.
Yeah.
And our stamina is whatever, I'll go this way. Much more efficient as it's infinite basically.
Yeah, and we were talking about this a little bit earlier, is the whole speed type thing. This is just, you're witnessing it in action where speed types just don't have to care about their stamina. And that's part of what makes Kobe the GOAT. That, and also, if you can believe it, he dropped, what was it? He dropped a free throw on like a messed up Achilles. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? What the heck? You telling me he's one of the best characters in the game and also the Black Mamba? That's what?
Yeah. Some people thought it was Luffy, but it was actually Kobe.
That's disrespect that they put on our boy's name, by the way, saying having Luffy called with a move called, that's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. Have you ever gotten a lap in under a minute on this stage?
A lap? I mean, with Kobe, barely. With like Whitebeard, easily.
Yeah, that's what I meant with Kobe. Whitebeard is excluded from all speed-related questions because he breaks the game.
Yeah, I was able to with Kobe, just like This one might barely be, but probably not. I mean, you can like kind of cheese it by like getting FFB like literally right before.
Cannon Kobe feet.
Yeah, just beat up Prime Garp. Not even.
Not even close.
Not even close.
So the one with the skip thingy is next, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, do the thing. You gotta do the thing, Nighlin.
I did the thing.
You did the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. FDM thing.
Yeah, so there's this stage normally is a 15-minute timed stage in which you must get a bunch of KOs, and then it just at 6,500 to be exact. And then the stage just kind of goes, all right, well, wait till time's out. And we're in a marathon, we're speedrunning. So I just dropped it to 5 minutes instead. So instead I have to get 6,500 KOs in 5 minutes. Wish me luck. It's not too hard, but
It's not too
things
hard.
can go wrong.
Yeah.
It's a lot less free than doing it in 15.
Yeah. Unlike this character who is very free. Shout out to Roger, but you know, I digress.
I mean, the stage is
Hey,
called Truly Freest.
Hey, he is truly the freest. What can I say? Really?
So, you're gonna see me use a lot of this move. I will kind of go over this character. So, he does a lot of moves that are similar to a previous character. That's also very similar to this character.
I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen some of those moves.
He's a worse version of Rayleigh. He's trying to say he's a worse version of Rayleigh without being mean. That's what he's trying to say.
He's worse than Rayleigh, and he stole his moves maybe from Roger. Or you could argue Roger stole them from him. It's hard to say. Technically, we don't know. Maybe the little kid version of Shanks did the move first. You know?
Okay, man. Whatever you say. Hey, whatever you say. Anyways, that aside. Yeah, this stage, this is the Yap stage. There's not much in the way of tech. You are going to see him dive kick into the ground, throw lasers, FFB.
I was gonna say, from
dive
the
kick into the
strategy
ground.
that he's using, you can tell that this is one of the hardest DLC stages.
Yeah, absolutely. Truly free.
Yeah. They weren't lying.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the content you signed up for. This is what we're here for.
Alright.
Flinging the same move over and over
I'll
for
mix it
5
up.
minutes with stolen attacks.
See, it's different.
Absolutely.
Different move.
Yeah. It's different lasers.
Yeah, see,
on.
they bend. It's like curving the
yeah.
bullet in wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what a pull, by the way. What a pull.
Wasn't it like
There are peop-
Angelina Jolie like shot herself?
Yeah.
I don't like
Wow, what a pull, dude. Any old people? Any old people in the chat? Anybody older than the age of 4 million in the chat?
Yeah, might have to do that. Yeah, the True Void Century is that movie.
Yeah.
They don't want you to
I've had a discussion with a friend of mine. The difference between Zoomers and people that aren't Zoomers is knowledge of the movie Zoom.
That's a good
That's
one.
incredible.
If you've seen Zoom
I have
from
twice.
the time it came out onwards, you are a Zoomer.
That's crazy. I did see Zoom twice.
Oh, well, you're like honorary.
Yeah, I've been collecting those honoraries.
Yeah, hella honorary. Don't worry about it though. You are still old.
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm old.
Yeah, you're old. You can't even like make the claim no more. You're just old.
Yeah. I had a 1 year layover, but right before this marathon happened, I lost it. So, tragically.
Yeah. Look at the gameplay, by the way. Look at the skill, really.
Still. You know, this is just canon Shanks stuff, you know? For all you Shanks diehards in chat. I think this
It's so
character is
apparent.
best.
If y'all couldn't tell, this guy does have the world record. I know it's hard to tell from looking at this thing. Alright, 6,500. We still got a full minute.
Alright, so I am going to find a spot on the map, you know?
And we're gonna, hey.
I'm gonna look out from our utopia as I go to the least used area on the map, right here. Beautiful.
Wow. And
Damn.
yeah, that's the stage.
The
That's
scenic views.
That's literally the stage. By the way, y'all saw what he did. He did that in 4 minutes. This stage is normally 15 minutes. We did talk about this earlier. That's so you would just be waiting this timer, but instead of it being a minute left, it would be 11.
Look at them taking damage. Boom, you dummies.
Whoa. Wow.
Balance.
That is upsetting to look at. Alright, there's the game. That's the game. Alright.
The town brawler.
So now we have to actually lock in. Alright. Nighlin.
Yeah.
Lock in. Okay.
Sorry, I turned on the script and turned on a different script.
Yes, you gotta turn gate skip back on. Look. You gotta lock in. Because this next stage is the hardest stage in the game.
It's true Pirate Warrior King with the man, the myth, legend, Roger.
With the true Pirate Warrior King.
Yeah.
So this stage, y'all, is very, very difficult. It's enemies live for 12,000 years. Don't matter how many times you hit them. I mean, you're gonna watch. You're watching him fight Ace, Marco, and him right now.
Hey, wait a second.
It gets crazy.
That attack looks really familiar. Where have I seen that before?
I think that's Shanks' move.
That might be Shanks' move, yeah. That's pretty crazy. Roger stealing moves from Shanks? Question mark?
Who is the real Roger is the question. But yeah, look, he's used like every special move like 4 times, and that's what it takes to kill people. Like, this stage is ridiculous. And Roger's not a bad character. Roger does a lot of damage. Like, this is just that stage.
Yeah, my best time with Roger is only like 1 minute slower than Whitebeard.
Which sounds like a lot, but it's a long stage, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stage is toxic. And you can also die very easily on this stage. Because enemies also do too much damage. It's unbalanced, because I talked about this in Nighlin the other night. The enemies were just literally never programmed to go up to this level of difficulty.
Yeah.
So the way that they scale is like unfair.
They also like, it's very unfortunate. Yeah, okay. I saw that coming, but I couldn't get out of the way because of that animation. Very unfortunate, you know? Like, even trash mobs have really, really high stats on this stage.
Yeah,
Like,
you can just die from getting hit by mobs like 2 times.
yeah. And if they hit you in succession, you're gone. So.
Yeah. But that's kind of how it is. It's like, this stage is difficult with, it doesn't matter how you slice it. There's no character that just breaks this stage. Like, this stage is just dumb. So, you actually got to be good at the game. I know we were joking because of the last stage. You actually got to be good at the game to play this one. I promise. I know the last one didn't look like it, but there is skill in this game. But
yeah.
the worst part of the stage is probably this like beginning section where he's running through all these bosses, running through up to Big Mom. After that, it's like slightly more tolerable, and then you get put in hell again for the end. But it's fine.
Didn't do it again.
Oh, hey, you just beat Redacted.
So I am running insurance on this stage. I have Doctor's Tactics, but she didn't see me run on any of the other stages because it's not really an issue normally. The Doctor's Tactics makes it so that whenever I cast a special move, I will heal like 15-ish% of my life. which is why I keep being topped off. This is partially to reinforce my regen for my meter. I'm using Flawless Concentration. Gives 2.2 times meter gain while your health is above like 75% or so. And so I'm making use of it. Keep myself topped off, which helps my protection stay active. For like not getting one shot by a random tap. While also allowing my meter gain to be high enough that I can spam this armored move, which does a lot of damage. It's not like super strong, it's actually one of the weaker specials. But because it has a built-in armor break and has a lot of range to it, it helps to use. It also breaks up the issue with this particular move I'm using. This C1 where he flashes and shoots like lightning from the sky has a particular effect. A lot of lightning in this game, pretty much all of it. In this game has a mechanic where if a target is hit by a lot of lightning strikes in rapid succession, they won't take any damage from the rest of it. Like the lightning will start doing half damage for every successive lightning bolt within like 1 second. So this move has lightning bolts baked into it, 3 in fact, or so. And the lightning bolts do a lot of damage, as you can see. But if you throw a bunch of them really quickly, they'll start doing really low damage. So to kind of stop myself from, doing this basically, I throw this move to kind of refresh it in a way. Outside of the fact that I just can't keep doing that for stamina reasons.
Alright. So he's also like currently displaying what I was talking about earlier, where like it still sucks, but it's definitely like lightens a little bit once you get past that first section that has like 8 bosses in a row back to back to back to back. But yeah, we do get a little scared towards the end of this stage as well. Also, the stage is just really long, mainly because you're never going to be able to kill the enemies fast enough to do this in under like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I got a weird spawn. So depending on how far you move Garp in them, will change where Rayleigh and them spawn a lot of the time. We can see like Rayleigh is here, and normally there's also Buggy and Shanks with him, but it looks like they didn't spawn with him. They spawned over there. So I got kind of a split spawn, which is very weird. Almost never happens where they're completely split apart. But the game basically the game spawned them as I walked between a seam, between 2 areas. And so as it was generating them, literally within a frame or something, I moved over the seam and ended up spawning Rayleigh away from his homies.
Which is weird time loss that doesn't necessarily have a crazy reason to exist, but it does.
Yeah.
Hold that.
Pretty significant because this character is so good at just firing down hallways. That I would have just been doing that down a hallway of enemies to hit all of them, which means that I don't get to do that. And instead I have to kill them separately.
I hate watching this stage because this stage gives me anxiety. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's very much that way, yeah.
I hate watching it. So stressful.
Yeah, I've gotten like kind of used to it, but it is crazy.
Well, it's just you have to do so much. Like you have to actually play the game for such a long amount of time,
Yeah.
There's the Uda spawn that just has that for some reason, but yeah, it's just like it's such a stressful stage.
Very much so, yeah. I'm playing this a bit safe. Sanji in particular has a couple moves that are a bit weird. They're not like a problem if you're like a bit on the further side away from him, but they can definitely catch me slipping, and then Yamato can do setup moves on me because her hitboxes don't make sense.
That is true. That is true.
So we're at the final stretch of this. Okay. Uta is particularly easy in this stage, luckily. She's some of the stages she can be kind of annoying, like she just like sweeps by you. But Law here can be dangerous. It's not too hard to keep them batted away. But the one I'm really scared about here is specifically just Luffy. He slips around a lot, and he stays armor immune for too long. A lot of the time. So I'm going to be playing this part a little slower than I would otherwise. Just because of how dumb some of their like weird vacuuming hitboxes are, like giant cones and whatnot. I just don't want any of that smoke. Case in point, literally. I'm doing that. The end is suspiciously easy. You can get fried anywhere on the stage, but in particular, this final section against these three, you can play it really far from them, and they can't generally hit you with anything. Their AI just doesn't function from too far away, as you can see.
Yep.
So, if you are playing this pretty far away, you see like Garp is just standing there. You can basically cheat the whole section. Also, it has a fairly constant enemy spawner, which will give me a very charitable amount of bar.
Which is both damage and health regen.
Yes. It's also really good because the trash mobs actually do have stats, so they don't immediately explode in one hit, so you just never run out of meter ever, basically.
Yeah. Oftentimes in like 2 swings, you can very easily get this back. In lucky cases, it's like, you know, in 1 swing you could. But yeah, case in point, I can just throw this like twice. Or 3 times to get this back. If he starts pressing buttons, I'm gonna hit this, yeah. I know that was not facing him, but yeah, I'd rather not die.
Yep.
At the last objective of the last mission when he has a sliver of health.
But hey,
Yeah.
you know what? That's it.
Sub 9.
That's sub 9 is impressive, believe it or not. This stage just is, it's hard to beat this stage fast.
Yeah.
So that was the DLC. That was the DLC stages.
That's all the DLC. What one of you could check my estimate, but I'm gonna go right into New Game Plus.
You have
Okay.
an hour 4.
Okay, I can do my best.
In theory, it's doable. So we're gonna try to do a little New Game Plus run. We're gonna see if we can do it in time or not. This is the actual run. You know, we had to do a little DLC showcase at the beginning, but now we're playing the game. So 1-1, he's destroying all these buildings so that the stage is clearer for the AI here once he breaks past this beginning part. So yeah, once this wall opens up, Sanji and Zoro are going to start pathing for a mission that happens later on in this stage. And that was partially why he destroyed those buildings, so there wasn't stuff to get in their way. And he's going to clear all of these commanders around the map. This stage is... I hate this stage.
You know a lot about this stage.
I hate this stage. I hate this stage. Unbelievable stage. But yeah. You saw him go back and fire random just combos and hits into the city, even though we're not going in there anymore. And that is because he wants to clear enemies so that Zoro and Sanji can move forward as fast as possible.
Yeah, Zoro and Sanji need to reach certain points on the map to get certain objectives to spawn as early as possible.
Yes.
Case in point, a random guy stopped him.
Yeah.
Because Zoro has to reach the beginning of that valley for Tashigi to spawn.
Yes.
Tashigi is a required objective.
Yes. So you just take her out, and then you got to go back and fight these commanders that spawn.
The leader walked like really far up the valley, so there's a trick
Yeah.
normally, but Okay.
Yeah, there's usually a trick there that you basically save a leader so that you can capture that zone instantly later on so that those guys don't spawn.
Yeah,
So that it auto clears that objective.
Instead of them spawning one at a time, like they'll go boop, wait 3 seconds, boop, they just instantly all appear and then die.
Yes.
Generally. So you don't have to wait for them to spawn, which saves like 6-ish seconds overall. Partially because you can just blast them from where Tashigi spawned, so you can you are farther towards the objective while also being able to do that.
You gonna go for the C5 strat on this one?
I always go for it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
fair enough.
He hits it more often than not. Unfortunate stage start.
Yeah. That went badly, but it's fine. I back up into throwing that.
Yeah, that's so fucking satisfying. Okay. Well,
I didn't do it, but both of you did. Yes.
Gee, dang it. It's really satisfying to see though. That
Record.
the C5 there, it hits in front of and behind you at the same time.
Yeah.
So
it just takes out both sides of the enemies that spawn at the top there. On stage 1-3, we pick Ace, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we pick Ace, and that's because Ace is a little cornball guy that has dumb things built into him because he's not a functioning character. Yeah, that's Ace. So that's why we pick Ace for this stage. Back to Whitebeard.
I also have them pre-built for those boss stages. Things like Absolute Leader, which you wouldn't think work on that stage, because 50% defense and attack while all territories are captured. That stage has no territories, but for some reason the flag is triggered because it's from a map that is normally a normal map.
Yes.
And they turned off all of the terrain, which counts in this context for no reason.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. So this stage is really, really interesting. There's
talk about Collider.
Oh yeah, we can talk about Collider.
This is probably the stage to talk about Collider.
This is the stage where it matters the most. So go ahead, you got it, Art. You're better at the technical explanation.
So basically, in this game, there is a mechanic where see how guys go flying when you like the small guys go flying when you dash through them. If you are inside the hitbox of an enemy, while those guys are hitting a named enemy that has armor, they do damage. I believe it's every frame. And this can essentially instant kill certain enemies without actually having to attack.
Yeah.
So you don't have to stop to attack to kill a lot of them.
So that's what makes Whitebeard so good, is that Whitebeard, because he's so big and because his dash has such a big hitbox, he can make use of that.
It's pretty precise because you have to stop your dash such that you are passing through the enemy on the same frames that they are being struck by the smaller enemies. And that's the main reason that it's difficult. There are other characters who can do it. I believe Boundman Luffy can do it.
Yeah.
Kaido sort of has one, but it's slow because he lags when he well, the stage is already over.
That's unfortunate.
That stage is faster than it used to be.
Yeah.
That not killing him through the wall cost me the record there. I think that might still be a record, but
it might by like
crazy.
a second.
Yeah. I didn't have an all or nothing because the enemies between where I was, I destroyed the building in case, thinking, that'll give me enough meter for the pound, but there's no enemies near me. I was like, that's crazy.
I don't know what record, because the record on the board is pre-patched, so it's like a 150.
Yeah. But yeah, so long story short, when it comes to Whitebeard, you run into people very precise way, and if you can stop your dash at a specific point in time when running into somebody, deal big damage, kill them without having to hit very fast. Very good at game. And also, again, using Ace for the boss stage because he does Ace things, is what it is. And that's all of chapter 1.
Yeah. Alabasta's over, guys.
And no more Alabasta. Out of Alabasta.
Only took us like 3 minutes or whatever.
It took
About, yeah.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's about the same as the anime. JK. Okay.
Oh,
if only.
no.
It's actually slower in Pirate Warriors 3, and that game has one Alabasta stage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sad what you just said. Oh. But yeah, so we are on 2-1 now. So this stage is like pretty tame. It's a pretty tame stage. You just have to go around killing all these guys that spawn in specific points. But there are some stages in Water 7 that have some pretty funny things to them. But we'll talk about that when we get there. That Luffy fight used to actually be a little bit of an annoyance before the patch.
Yeah.
And now he gets one-shotted because Whitebeard is a balanced character.
Yeah.
There's a potentially faster strap. You have to pick up an attack item, and then if you spawn in, you can immediately impossible and you'll die.
Yep. RNG moment.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna make that.
Mm-hmm.
Use dash forward. I changed the strat on the stage, so I have to like think about it now.
I actually don't know the new strat on the stage, so this
You
is
shoot
just gonna be...
this. That's what changed. And then after you kill these guys, you throw this and pop this. So it didn't. Do it during that cutscene.
So the cutscene doesn't matter. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It stops time in the cutscene, but your animation happens, so like it ends up being like a net time save.
Mm-hmm.
That one's tough.
Also, if you ever see those weird like camera bugs, that's an FDM thing. That's just sometimes because certain cutscenes are removed and certain timers are like sped up. The camera resets itself and just glitches out for a little bit. This is another fight that used to be annoying because sometimes you wouldn't always get the guaranteed kill on him, but it doesn't matter. New patch moment.
Yeah. I do an all or nothing there outside the galley law, and what happens is the enemies spawn and instantly die because that move has like nearly infinite height.
Mm-hmm.
So the enemies spawn, die, and then the stage ends.
Because Whitebeard's a balanced character.
Yeah, he's a balanced character.
Yeah.
So if you're curious, like, wait, you didn't kill very many people outside the galley law, like, isn't it 4 waves or what? It's like, it's because they instantly get probed.
Yeah, they fall from the sky and they die before you actually see them.
So again, using Ace to cornball the boss stage, but if you were doing runs if you were doing level runs, you would actually use Yanji there.
Yeah,
Because Yanji has a funny gimmick.
I think the record with Yanchi right now is like 336 or something by me.
Yeah,
It's really stupid.
it's dumb. It's also an RNG strat. That's why it's in the level run, not the actual run.
My run's even on standard. Like not FD.
You have a 3.35 second time on standard.
Yeah.
That's no mod.
Yeah. So this stage, anytime you see this level without FDM, it's like painful. This like map, because this map can just takes forever on standard.
Yeah, so you have to escort these targets after all of the Frankie family touches this. There's usually a dialogue prompt. Zoro does tell you here that you can break this gate. Once he does finish saying that in the actual game, you can break the gate. You normally have to hit the switch by going around, but not Whitebeard. And Whitebeard's also tall and has hops, so he can hit this one with just like a jump. I don't need to hit this very quickly because the nature of the guys, but this is crazy. Okay.
It is insane. Best player on the best player right now, by the way. Best player in the world, by the way.
It do be like that sometimes.
It do be that way, yeah. That's crazy that happened to me, but you know, I didn't lose any time, I guess, so who cares?
Yeah, so
that is true.
Because this stage is basically just a big escort mission, you don't really lose time from stuff taking long like that because you have to wait for everybody to get to the courthouse anyways. So that might have looked really slow, but it doesn't matter. That being said, it is hilarious that he struggled for so long. It's pretty funny.
It's basically 1 minute of... Oh, sorry, go ahead. So it's just 1 minute of waiting, essentially. In unmodded, it's 2 minutes of waiting. Which is very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Bad.
Not exciting.
The worst ever of all time. Might have been what
It
you're
kinda
looking
is,
for.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically 2 minutes of doing nothing.
Yep.
The bonus objectives here can be completed before you even open the second gate for the most part, and they're really easy. It's just capturing territories. So, like, there is, quote, stuff to do, but the problem is these commanders, as you see, if they touch the zone, they stop the timer. So you don't really have the ability to leave and interact with the stage in any meaningful way without failing the objective. So it's like, it just doesn't make sense, to be honest.
Yeah. It's really bad. So, like, technically speaking, there is no way to gain time here, but you can lose time if you allow yourself to, which makes it the worst. Also adding into what I was talking about earlier about never wanting to see this level in standard. And now we fight Bluno, who stays invincible for 12 years.
Yeah, until his door's gone, he's invincible.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, the reason that Impossible is doing so much damage, is that just the multiplier on the move itself, or is that because of some other property?
So it does,
hits, right?
it does 10.8 just like the other move where I punch the ground in All or Nothing. But the reason why is because the move bounces off collidable surfaces like walls. And similar to this move, but this move's significantly weaker. And because it does that so often, it tends to hit way above its pay grade in terms of power. And that's why it just obliterates people. Because what happens oftentimes is it just hits a boss, then hits them again. Also, when a unit dies to it, it oftentimes will double hit. That's a backup strat.
That's a backup strat that hits the meanest collider I've ever seen in my life. That was disgusting. Don't let him effortless that. Don't let him light work that. Don't do that. No. We're not letting him light work that. The fact that he just goes, okay, backup strat and hits a collider that does half of Kaku's health.
I swear he knocked maybe 3 dudes into him.
That was insane. That's insane. That's gross. That made me angry. I think I hate you.
Thanks.
Also, this stage has so many targets to beat for no reason. Like, you do all the stuff up there, and then you wrap around, and then you have to go out over here. It's the worst.
It's definitely one of the craziest movement stages, though.
Absolutely, it is. This stage is like 80% movement, so it's just be really good at the game. And you know, with the fact that he hit the Kaku Collider earlier, it's like, yeah, this is just another stage, really.
Just a stage.
It's just a stage. So what if it requires some of the best movement in the game? Who needs it? But yeah, you're seeing what I was talking about earlier, where it's just all these enemies out here spawn, and you gotta walk around the entire map to take them all out.
I was 2 ahead.
Yeah.
I forgot that guy was around the bend. I was like, I'm gonna laugh at him. It'll be funny. And then
Yeah,
like,
and now you've been crushed by the weight of your own hubris.
yeah.
Yeah, deserved, really. I hate you. So, you know, just another day at the office.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This stage is horrible.
This stage is the worst. So this is the one I was talking about earlier when I said there are some stages with some more funny stuff later on. It was this stage. This is the stage I was talking about. So... Alright, do you want to explain the stage?
No. I will say there was a bug that I don't know if Nighlin knew about it before, but I never knew about it until yesterday. That makes it pretty rough. It doesn't look like we got the...
I stopped him from bugging.
Okay,
I literally
that's
blocked
good.
him so that he wouldn't screw my entire run again.
Yeah, so that pants thief NPC right there, he can just get stuck basically and like not progress, and you have to like push him, and it's horrible.
Yeah. So here you just have to escort Frankie around and the pants thief around and be fast, and you have to bump into Frankie to keep pushing him forward to get him to the point that you need to get him to.
So we just juggle him.
Yeah.
I got like the best Frankie juggle of my life. So
Yeah, I know.
That was perfect, yeah.
Again, it's following up the last stage. That was ridiculous. That was
including stopping a bug from ruining the entire stage. It looked the clutchest shit I've ever done on this stage. I know, I cussed. It's fine.
Y'all are racking them up, and I'm
had
chilling.
to.
How is it not me?
It was crazy. That was the craziest luck ever.
It is. It was insane. But I'm just saying, I cursed more than both of you.
You do. Yeah.
How has it not been me?
It's been stressful.
I can make my swear jar contribution later in the marathon.
I won't. Because if I did, look, bro, a contribution from me might get us banned, so we don't want that.
What are you doing?
I just meant I have to donate now.
Oh yeah, well that's true. I thought you meant a contribution to the curse fund from me.
No.
Okay, I was about to say that might get us banned, bro. You don't want that from me. I almost got banned last event stream I was on for saying something ignorant.
Was that the one that involved the...
That was the Castlevania one. Yeah.
Golem Clock Tower duos.
Yeah, almost. I'm the GOAT first off for that, but second off, I almost said something real ignorant. Yeah, don't y'all love these escort missions, by the way? Don't you love forced escort missions that you just have to wait? You just gotta wait. You gotta.
If you really, really like those, you should play Pirate Warriors 3.
Ooh, a game where 60% of the levels are exactly that? Sign me up.
Yeah, unfortunate for Pirate Warriors 3. It has a lot of escorts. They're really long too.
They're like 5 minutes.
Yeah, some of the stages you escort are like 9 minutes. I think the Impel Down one is. Because
Yeah.
they do. It's a cool idea, but like they do a thing where you have to go to doors and like have certain characters open them. And it's like, wait, why am I waiting for him to open the door? How's Estimate looking?
How is Estimate looking?
126.52 is what you're at right now.
Oh, okay, that's
Hold on a second. I mean, to be fair, you did have an insane water 7.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was gross. You saved, like, possibly, like, a minute and a half in water 7. Like, that was disgusting.
Where's the leader?
He spawns 3 million years away, so who knows? Yeah. So this stage is pretty normal. This is a pretty normal stage. It's just a lot of moving to certain spots, like the DLC stages from earlier. Is the only difference. Is like there are places you need to specifically go to get to a certain thing, but other than that, the stage is relatively tame compared to a lot of the shenanigans in Water 7 and Annie's Lobby.
Dude, bro. Normally killing the leader there kills all the enemies in the area, but he clearly found the only enemies existing on the planet.
Yep. Also, you guys aren't going to believe this. It is an escort mission.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys would believe that.
I don't believe that. No, it isn't a real escort mission.
Yeah, you just have to kill enemies and make sure that the people that need to get to a certain place don't get blocked by them, otherwise it wastes time.
Yeah.
Not an escort mission, though. Not
Correct.
a real one.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I just... it's an escort mission. What do you want from me, bro?
So once Kid gets here, the objective will spawn, which is... Okay. Walk 2 steps forward.
Yeah.
Mystery Kuma needs to be defeated. That was really, really bad, but it is what it is.
That made up for how good the Water 7 was.
Yeah.
Still sub 2 though.
Yeah. Definitely not like when I say it's really, really bad, I'm like, no, I lost 20 seconds. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not like, oh wait, this might be the worst of all time. Like my run is dead.
Yeah, none of that happens.
No.
To have that happen, I'd have to die.
Real question: are any of the main story stages actually affected by the rendering bug that much?
Yes.
Because I knew
It's
they used to be. I
significantly
don't know. I just didn't know if they still were. But yeah, that rendering bug is the most like I just still it baffles me how that ended up being a thing that happened.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But that's just video game stuff.
Yeah, like
But
it's mostly fine, but it affects a couple things pretty badly. And so we don't deal with that that much, luckily. But like it barely does anything, luckily. It's the majority of these stages.
Something I was gonna mention a second ago, but didn't get to is that Kizaru cutscene also used to be bugged on FDM.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. It didn't take nearly as long as the trees to fix, which we'll talk about when we get there. But
the real One Piece Odyssey was the trees we made along the way.
Bro, he stressed so much about the trees.
Yeah.
I know, I was there for like a third.
I was there for most of it, yeah. But also we kind of like just went over it because that stage is such a normal stage. That was actually pretty good.
It was, yeah. I took
That was a
one
pretty-
bad path,
yeah.
and it didn't matter much because the guy had to revive anyway. You can one-shot Kizaru, but I guess it didn't work.
Yeah,
that was
a lot of the both of the archipelago stages are mainly just movement because it's like a pretty big map and it's just get here, get there, get there. And now we're at Marineford. Now this is a map that is way too damn big, and hey, it gets annoying. You kind of saw it.
Hardest stages to play well in the game.
Yeah, because again, it is like this is we were talking about the map earlier being a movement check. This map is a movement check. Like you got to move really clean. You have to have really clean lines in the stage. Yeah, you can get caught on a lot of things. Like and you'll see that again in Wano later. I actually should have mentioned it when you were doing the first DLC stage. Is that it's very easy to get caught on like the corners of buildings when you're playing as these bigger characters. And so because of that, your movement has to be really clean in order to play them fast. But that's what makes this stage kind of bad. And also just, again, the map is too big.
And there's not a great way around the corners thing because the two best characters in the game are huge.
Yeah. This another FDM fun fact is this stage. Also, the rendering bug happened.
Yeah, it happens on that fight every time, which is really annoying.
Yeah, rendering bug, make Aokiji spawn. That's funny. But, yeah, there's a thing with FDM we changed there. What was it? It was the ice wall, right?
Yeah, normally you can't go through ice walls. You have to have Mihawk do it, and that last ice wall never breaks. That goes to Akainu, which seems to be an oversight, or like maybe some weird thing where Hancock does it way later into the stage, but it's not viable.
Yeah, and so FDM just makes it so that those specific walls that Mihawk would break are breakable by you instead.
Yeah. They break just like doors do.
Mm-hmm.
They have like about a little less durability, but not by much.
Yeah, just so you don't have to wait for Mihawk to do it, because he takes forever to get there.
Yeah. Particularly the one that goes to Akainu is big because you normally have to go around the entire stage in a C shape again. Like that base I walked through, I have to go through it again just to get all the way over to Akainu. I'd basically just be passing.
Yeah, it's unnecessary movement.
Okay. Going?
And this is the other this is the other Marineford map. It's not as annoying, unless you're on the 3rd Yamato stage. But this map is still big, but it's a lot. It's not as much of a pain to play through in the main story as the other Marineford map is. The problem with this map is that it's just not a super well designed map. And again, I know y'all love the escort mission, so we brought him back. I know y'all been asking for it.
Yeah, been surprised. There's a one right after this one too.
Yeah, you'll never believe it. Just like its predecessors. Fire Warriors 3 moment.
Pirate Warriors really likes their escorts. This game has a lot of escorts mathematically. It might even be more or the same as Pirate Warriors 3, but because it has way more stages total, it makes up percentage-wise.
Yeah.
Less in the game.
You're not playing them like
the
in rapid
The
succession.
3.1 patch was turning the game into Pirate Warriors 3.1.
Of course. Yeah, you just now got here?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh yeah, I forgot that I normally shoot these guys.
Bro forgot the route.
Well, that's like a really old one, and I forgot why I did it for the longest time. I'm like, oh, isn't that a time loss? And I was like, no, I do it to save 0.75 seconds to the escort because the slowdown for killing the pacifista.
And that's why I hate escort missions. You just said you was trying to save 0.75 seconds.
Yeah, I save all the time.
Y'all believe that? 0.75 seconds. Unbelievable.
Video games.
This is why we hate escort missions. Also, just checking in. Yep, Mihawk's still free, by the way.
I mean, that's why we call him Fraud Eyes Freehawk.
Fraud Eyes Freehawk.
Yep, absolutely. So
man.
now we just gotta take our boy Ace and get him on a plane.
Mm-hmm. And nothing will go wrong at
will
all.
go wrong.
Nothing
Just-
bad can possibly happen here to Ace. All right.
Yeah, it's just a plane ticket. Nothing else.
Nothing else. Nothing will go wrong.
I'm tired of this monkey fighting Ace on this Monday to Friday plane.
I didn't pop FFB.
I was about to scream at you for it, but I was laughing.
I've played this stage too many times.
Yeah, this is one of yours.
This is 1-1, yeah.
This is his. Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is unfortunately also an escort stage. I play it as Kaido because I do no repeat characters. And I use Whitebeard already on 3-3. But before I haven't actually run the game since all the patches, and now killing Kuzen at the beginning is like super free. It didn't used to be. It was actually pretty obnoxious. He could freeze you or just go invincible or whatever. But yeah, I didn't really have anything super detailed to say on that. I just wanted to share that I've played the stage too much.
Yeah. Also, another thing about FDM that makes the game better is just escort missions. Like, when it comes to the act of the escort mission, it's like, on standard, it's so slow. It's so bad.
On standard, there's dialogue, and we talked about FDM stands for Fast Dialogue Mod, but like, originally, there's a lot of dialogue here, and you wouldn't think that much about dialogue, but it does impact the game quite a lot. There are some tricks to like reduce it. Some dialogues are like 7 seconds. You compile all of it together, the stage will be like 4 minutes, no matter what dialogue. Like, it must finish before the stage is allowed to progress, so it's like, you just get stuck, and you're like, well, what was I supposed to do about that?
There are a scarce few things that are interesting about standard. Like, sometimes we use different characters to avoid extra dialogue. Like in 1-1 we use Zoro because it removes an entire submission from the mission, the main thing.
The end objective doesn't need to complete it.
And standard's also really good if you like pausing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Cypher Pull Skip.
Every time a dialogue would happen, you would just do this.
Yep.
And it stops the dialogue.
The audio breaks, which defaults the game to the minimum time. The minimum time being 3.46 to 3.52 seconds if you like RNG. It's absolutely random. There's no way to mitigate it. And you might say, well, I did the trick in my practice, Nighlin, and it was lower than 3.46, so you're wrong. Well, if you get a slowdown, like from killing a major enemy, that will take the actual IGT and half its speed, but the dialogue will play the same speed, and it will display a smaller number. So that is what you're seeing. Get checked. Invisible person. But
You're just yapping it. No, I feel that's like an argument you've actually had that you're projecting right now.
I've had a lot of that argument. So
Okay.
I'm nipping it in the bud before people come at me with, it's actually 2 point something, Nighlin. And I'm like, look, man, not all the deep. It doesn't work that way.
He's just having an argument with somebody that it doesn't exist. Bro is a professional yapper.
Ultra hard standard is also kind of cool because stuff takes longer to kill, so the dialogue becomes less of a blocker. Doesn't really help with the escorts, but
Alright, I used to use a lot of specials on each year, but you actually can get to each section with the new patch with just this. So I use that as backup instead.
That's really funny. That's unbelievable, actually. Sick damage patch. Sick damage patch.
Yeah, we like that. Thanks DLC Soul Map gameplay.
Yeah. DLC diff. Just
DLC
spend money.
difference.
Just spend money.
Sure.
That's all you gotta
have
do.
about 30 minutes in the estimate left.
This might actually be doable then. Because he's technically, well, you're technically a little over halfway.
Yeah, I'm more than halfway in regards to, so it's weird because Whole Cake is like one extra stage, 7 versus 6. But otherwise it would be directly halfway. But due to length, it's kind of higher length towards the end half. We don't have to think about that.
Yeah, we'll just do the thing.
Just be fast.
Just be the goat. Be like me. What would I do?
Win.
Exactly. See? You get it.
You would probably play Beige if I had to guess.
Yes. Well, that saves you 8 million minutes, actually.
Yeah, your time is automatically just 0 minutes, 0 seconds. 0
Yes.
cents a second.
Because he's the best character in the game.
Yeah.
And he's just that broken. That's what he does. He makes this so the run doesn't count. How crazy is that?
Just to clarify, if you submit runs to SRC and with Beige as the character and enter your time as 0 minutes and 0 seconds, they'll probably
I'll
be
accept
rejected.
it. I'll verify. I'm not a mod, but I'll verify
I was
it.
like, you're not even a mod for this game.
I'll verify it. I got ways. I got ways. Yeah, this stage is deceptive because it tricks you into thinking, oh wait, there's actual places on the map I gotta go and do things at. Nope, it's another escort mission. Don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled.
It's lying to you. It's making you think that those other objectives actually matter, but really those other objectives are just things in the way of these people that you gotta get from point A to point B. It's all a lie. It's all a ruse. It's another escort mission. I know it's been a while since the last one, and y'all was waiting for it. So we brought you another one.
Zoro?
These railings can be a bit rough when you're dashing around because it's pretty easy to get caught on the wrong side of them.
Yeah, these objectives are fake. They're all fake. They're just objectives telling you, hey, you got to do this thing because it's in the way of a person we need to get somewhere. It's all a ruse. This game is a lie. Every mission's an escort mission, actually.
I mean, 1-1's an escort mission.
1-1 is.
What the
Don't
hell,
talk to me about 1-1, bro.
Why did he stop? Why did he stop on? Because I wasn't near him?
I think so. Unless
So
there's like an invisible rock there.
The last objective requires standing here and Zoro has to like make it past a little bit of a threshold to hit a failsafe. There's a failsafe if the last straw hat happens to be here, the game will allow it, and Zoro's always the last. So I'm basically just standing here, just so that right when Zoro crosses that threshold, which he's about to hit, it will just spawn Sento, which is crazy that he hasn't triggered the failsafe right now. That's bonkers to me.
Did you miss somebody?
No, he's the only one. It's not triggering the failsafe at all for some reason. Well, I don't know. He's gonna have to make it all the way, I guess.
All right, well, I guess we just lose like 30 seconds. That's dope.
Yeah, I have no clue.
In before, that's the thing that causes us to go over estimate.
Oh, imagine we're overestimate by literally like 50 seconds.
20 seconds, yeah.
There's blame Zoro, full stop. Sorry,
Yeah.
Zoro. Saw you.
3 minutes? 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Look
You
at that.
robbed me.
Look at that.
The only other thing I could have done different is killed the fake straw hats. Usually I do with the colliders, but I don't go for them because they're not necessary to win. But that could affect the mission a little bit.
Possibly.
All right, any bets? Do I get sub 30?
Do I get sub 30? I think you'll get a 24.
Oh, bad RNG. So
Well,
Shouldn't
have you
believed me.
considered being a better player? Because that affects your RNG.
yeah, did it die? Oh, they didn't. That was weird.
So I've heard rumors, and I don't know if they're true, but if you play as Beige, you always get perfect RNG.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't think
that's true.
Back up there, that worked.
No sub 30, by the way. You trolled.
Yeah, I didn't. My beginning was really, really bad.
Yep. If you had a better beginning, that could have been like a 25.
Yeah, there's the safe strat. I just never do it. It's like you.
Well,
start
yeah,
with
because
C4.
it saves less time.
Yeah. Can't get a record on safe.
Hey, ain't that the truth? You know what they say about 90% of gamblers?
Before they make it to world record.
So this stage is just kill everyone, kill everything. Everything, blow it up, blow up everything, blow it all up. This is like, never mind. I was gonna make an ignorant comment. Like, bro, I'm sorry. Before I didn't say what I was gonna say, but just know, Lakers fans, I feel for you. That's all. That's all I'll say.
I love this character.
Oh, Bellamy. So Bellamy has this little hop skip thing that he does, where he hop skips backwards, and he has an RNG chance of just rolling it. And if he does, then he's invulnerable in it. So
Basically,
Yeah.
he cheats.
He
Yeah,
cheats
he's a cheater.
full Stop, not close.
yeah. And then he wants to act like your friend afterwards. Like, who is this guy?
Wait, what? Oh, he's further away. Yeah, that went horrible.
I mean, it wasn't like horrible. It was just mid.
The beginning was like okay. I got stunned at the start, which was bad, but
Yeah.
I recovered it okay. And then the Cavendish was slow, but it was okay. I got a dash forward instead of a dash upright for the teleport.
It was just
which
the Bellamy.
bad. The Bellamy is very, very bad.
The Bellamy was really bad, but that overall, that was just mid. It was just a mid stage. It could have been sub minute, so that's unfortunate. But
I have a
wasn't
really
terrible.
fast record on that stage.
yeah,
40 seconds or something.
yeah. I think my best is like a 50 something, but that was repatch.
Do I have one up? Mine is also with Kaido. Funny.
Look at the colliders on this guy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
How did he live? That was good though.
That was really good. Again, the colliders, you hit some nasty ones there.
Yep.
You hit some nasty ones there. All right. On to stage 5. So hold on, I'm refreshing my memory for a second. If stage 5 is the one that I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So stage 5 is rigged. I don't like this stage.
Sub-minute now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. The game's better now, if you guys can believe that. In a world where we only know escort missions, the game is better now. But
Well,
it's
you see,
really
with the
annoying.
DLC, they added a lot of non-escort missions. So that increases the ratio of non-escort missions to escort
Okay.
missions, which automatically makes the game better, right?
That's technically true, yeah. That's technically true. But yeah, you just gotta, like, Pika, it's just a Pika stage, basically. You beat him, he spawns place, beat him again. It's, yeah. This stage is just, it's not a very complicated stage. So,
Oh, what the? That almost never
You
happened.
just red bursted you out of all or nothing? You can do that?
Normally
Apparently-
you can't. He stood on my head the first frame he rendered in, and that's why he was able to.
yeah.
Normally it
Still isn't
won't
terrible, though.
happen, and you'll all or nothing and dies. Yeah, it's still sub-minutes, so that's what it's for.
7 minutes good. We like 7 minute there.
Yeah, the
But
only
yeah.
thing that went wrong was literally just him red bursting. That's it.
That Doflamingo fight
and the jumping
is
on the car.
annoying. And the Pika at the beginning is what used to make that stage really
Yeah, it's gross.
bothersome. It was disgusting. So, would you guys believe me if I told you this isn't? No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Not everything's an escort mission, if you can believe it.
Yeah,
I
that's
You
know
know
it's-
that you
box escort.
Did you know that you often can't use the word escort in video titles on YouTube?
Really?
Yep.
That's an interesting. Neat
I
little
mean, I don't
fun
have to
fact.
explain why. but you
Yeah, I
can.
know why. I just didn't
Yeah.
know that actually got flagged.
Yeah,
Wow.
there was, I think, like a Kingdom Hearts game. There's escort missions, effectively in some of those. When one of my friends was trying to post a clip of one, and he had to call it like Cinderella Bodyguard because
Fire.
you can't use the word escort in the video type.
That's
Them
fire.
creating a strat.
That's crazy. Wow. But yeah, this stage, believe it or not an escort mission. The past few haven't been. If you're keeping track, if you're an astute observer, and now it's an escort mission. Well, it was close. It starts off lulling you into its instant security. You're like, oh yeah, it's not gonna be an escort mission. But then you get fooled.
Well, you don't actually do the escort.
You don't. You just have
Tap,
to.
there's a failsafe
fight.
to tap this.
Yeah.
The camera there is fantastic.
It's fake escort mission, but it still is one.
Yeah.
Just by theory, it is one.
Yeah, when you're normally playing the game, it puts the escort there, and you're like, I guess I gotta do this because dialogue is playing, and it's actually just lying to you. It's just like giving you something to pad out the dialogue. Unfortunately, is how it's designed. I mean, it is what is kind of happening in the actual anime / manga, so it's like fine, like they're trying to escape or whatever, but realistically, it's padding because they're just trying to get you through it.
So this is the stage with the trees.
See those happy, smiling trees right there? Those are,
Villains.
Our enemies.
yeah, they're evil.
They're ops.
We hate them.
and,
They're our arch nemesis.
And they're
Well, they
racist
were.
also. If you can believe that.
Oh, I didn't actually know that.
That makes sense to me.
So the trees close around you in standard. They close around you when these Luffys spawn, and when you clear the Luffys out of an area, they reopen back up. But when programming FDM, it got rid of that cutscene, and that caused some issues. But yeah, you go around here, you clean the fake Luffys, and then make actual Brûlé spawn, who is the real fake Luffy, if you can make sense of that. And then
Yeah.
you win the stage. But Those trees on that small stage that took less than a minute, if you can believe, took 36 hours for Nighlin to fix in FDM.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. I had to find every timer in the game and like change all of them, which caused a lot of crazy neon effects and crashing and stuff. But eventually I got the one for the doors. Because I needed 2 timers. I need one for door opening, one for collision of door, which are not the same thing.
Also,
It's crazy how that one like well-known streamer is in this stage like multiple times.
oh yeah, that is true, huh? Any TF2 players? Y'all don't know about that. That's before your time. But still, this I also gotta laugh at you because you dashed straight into the electric fence at the beginning.
Yep.
Of this.
I did. And I got to get that damage boost. Cheat death? Question mark.
Okay, man.
Cheat death on easy.
So all due respect, I have a crazy time with Capone on that stage, if you can believe it.
That
Like
is
actually,
crazy.
I have like a I believe a sub minute with Capone on that stage, or sub 2 minutes or something. It was something. I had a
Not
ridiculous
ledge.
time on that stage.
He really likes candy because he's probably good at these stages.
True.
Okay. Sanji, go away. Alright.
A lot of the whole cake stages are like just really simple, surprisingly, despite how late in the game they are. They're really like it's one big area and you have to do a thing.
Yeah. They're pretty fun because of the nature of their design being pretty good. So like I get to race around like a maniac, colliding
Yeah.
and sniping people. And as long as I don't have to worry about rendering, like in that case, slight time loss to rendering, I get to just win.
Yeah. But yeah, all these stages are pretty much all of them are really short because of that. Because of just the fact that they are so simple. But it makes them really fun to just be like, oh yeah, I'll grind out like a time on this.
Yeah, they're fun to like do because you're just like, oh, I messed up a dash here, or I could have had a better line over here or whatever.
Yeah, you can break it down really simply, and it's pretty good.
Easy to see how to improve.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
As opposed to like, I didn't do this specific sequence of actions in this specific order to make this enemy spawn where it needed to, which is basically the DLC stages.
The DLC stages are annoying.
The Yamato stages.
Yeah, they're really annoying. So this stage, you just have to go through the castle, get to the basement, and then find the real fake Luffy for a second time. So
15th
yeah,
time.
the 12th time, million billionth time.
Million build time.
Yeah,
That's the scientific term,
yeah.
according to some
I can't,
scholars.
I can't say the actual quote,
Yeah, I'm aware.
but you got to find the real fake Luffy, and usually it's one of these ones in the back.
Yeah, it's always this one that spawns in the
Yeah.
boiler room.
I was gonna say,
I didn't remember if it was the left or the right one, but it's the right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it used to be on the left when we were slow.
Yes. And that is what I'm remembering.
Yeah, because what happens is that Brule walks up a staircase, jumps through a window, or jumps through a mirror or whatever, and then appears on the top left instead.
Mm-hmm. And usually by the time you get up there, you're in front of that mirror. Back when it was slower, you were in front of that mirror, and it's like, yep, I just kill her here. So I know y'all was waiting on it. We brought you another escort mission.
How's it going, guys?
I know it's been a while since our last drop, but
I've
y'all
been
not gotta wait
thinking.
no more.
Yeah, you were like, wait a second. You said that the last half of the stage was, or like last half of the run is like slow. It's like, it's all in Wano and this stage. So,
Yeah.
kind of funny. Like, Whole Cake's actually extremely fast. All the stages about a minute. There is a problem that can occur here, so I'm kind of delaying my killing of those guys. If your party members do not see Katakuri, didn't know this was an issue for a while, they will not walk at all forward. They will stay standing still until Katakuri touches their like sight range, which is very small. And until that happens, they're like, they don't want anything to do with them. So I'm playing this really weird. You might be noticing, like, I'm standing really weird spots. Maybe it's, I mean, it's not very clear. I'm trying to like juggle Katakuri for as long as possible, because while he's being juggled, the game will not allow him to get recalled to be in front of them. As I stopped there and he got moved. See how he got moved again? Like, he's kind of a jerk. But due to the way this is designed, Prospero, where you at? Okay. That'll happen. I'm going to take a safe time loss here. I know that sounds weird. So if you wait a bit, technically you could have Luffy and Jinbei walk inside first, which will allow them to be escorted at a better rate because they're not walking around. They're walking through the castle. But to do that, you have to take a time loss that can be worse, which sounds ridiculous. I know. And so to avoid that, Luffy, come on, man. The only thing that matters is whoever the last one is, so... This is insane.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Luffy.
So yeah, that Katakuri also used to be far more annoying pre-patch.
Yes.
Because he was, like, really hard to kill for no good reason.
I would agree.
I mean, he just respawns anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, why does he take 12,000 hits to take half his health down?
Alright. Stage is over.
Okay, finally, we can have fun again. I know we were waiting for when we could have fun again.
What flavor do you think the dirt in Whole Cake? Because everything's like candy, right?
Red Bullet. Which is just
probably. Yeah, it's just chocolate. Yeah. Probably like milk chocolate though. Probably like normal.
Yeah, she like
chocolate.
sugary garbage.
Yeah, not dark, not goated Chad dark chocolate.
Yeah. She don't got none of that there.
Big fan of dark chocolate.
Love dark chocolate.
How's my estimate looking?
You got about 9 minutes.
That's tough.
That's tough. We're gonna be over by probably like 3 minutes.
I'll see what I can do.
It's fine.
Well, I don't even know if that's possible because there's two 1-0 missions that are like 3 minutes apiece. Well, actually 3-5 is, or sorry, 6-3. I can't talk. Or 6-5. It's like under 3 now. But
yeah, I'm trying to think because we are near, like we're on this. This is 7, right?
no, 7 is the Katakuri boss fight, but
okay,
that's like
right.
20 seconds long.
Yeah, that's really fast. So that's basically nothing.
The loads and stuff are as long
no.
as the mission, but that's kind of the thing.
I mean, we'll be in Wano. They'll probably be fine letting you go over estimate. It's fine. It's okay. It's DLC diff.
DLC diff. I died on Coliseum, so
Yeah, actually. But you didn't die on True Pirate King.
yeah.
Oh, he did.
Once,
Yeah, he
like-
blew up right at the start.
Like less than a minute in.
Yeah.
Where's Big Mom? Oh, she's. Why is she over here? Sanji, you better not. Okay, that's good. Don't kill her, Sanji. So there's a strat involving leaving Big Mom at a very small amount of life, like I just did, and then when she spawns here, which is forced, she will spawn at that health total,
Yeah.
which is like very little. The reason that matters, because it didn't matter that much before, was because she's kind of high up. And it can make it possible to down her. Okay, she was downed earlier. I just thought she wasn't because she has a special death animation.
Yeah. She was already done for by the time you hit the ground.
She was a Maiwa, yeah.
Yeah. My goat,
Yeah.
Kinshira.
I was like, oh, the first punch didn't kill, but in reality, I killed her.
That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that one's not too bad. It's
And
like
then Katakuri is.
it's free as crap. It's really fast.
Yeah, it's really fast. Really, really fast. Unless you're art grinding it on very hard.
Yeah, that's different. Different problem.
Shut up. I was hoping that people wouldn't remember that, because that was
I remember everything.
miserable.
You know better.
It was like an hour and a half of were you playing this stage with, I think it was Okiku.
It was
yeah,
Kiku,
it was Okiku. Because the freeze. And, yeah, well, that's a little bit cathartic, so that's nice.
Yeah, that was nice. That was sick. Sub 15, by the way. Ace moment.
Yep.
If only he didn't have like a set thing that he had to do there, it would be doable in like less than 5. Now it's Wano. Now it's Wano time.
Wano time.
Wano time.
When you said I had like 6 minutes, did you mean with the 2:10 estimate or with a 2 estimate? Okay.
Yeah, you are at 2:04:42
Yeah,
on the
I was,
screen right now.
I was
So,
hoping.
yeah. Opium, man.
Opium.
Yeah, that's right. We're starting off with a bang by ruining the time estimates for literally everything. First run. Let's go.
Heck yeah.
Also, I hope no one can hear the landscapers right outside my window.
Slightly can.
Okay, I can just
You're
shut
good.
up for a little bit.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not that bad. It's fine. This is peak content. Okay.
I'm sure, yeah, they won't hear much of it over just colliders and...
I was gonna say, Whitebeard's also kind of mowing the grass right now, so...
Yeah, he really is. So the Wano stages
Oh, another
are...
Drake now.
Gotta take all the ones we can get.
Hey, the way that you talk, the way that you walk. Unbelievable. I'm the biggest hater. He's just like me. He's just like me. Unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Wano stages are a lot longer than the rest of the stages in the game, basically. Mainly because, like, first off, slight time losses just happen a lot. You get caught on stuff. It is what it is. But also, some of them just have some stuff that's just there. Why not? You know?
And 6-3 and 6-5 in particular just have a lot of stuff to do.
Yep.
There's just a
That,
lot
again,
of
are just there.
Yeah. Well, sure. And you can't technically even make the argument. It's like, oh, it's got to follow what happened in the manga because it's game original.
No, it's just they were like, hey, what if we made you have to go here, go here, go here, go back here, go back here, go here, and then do 30 other things, and then you can beat the level. So a lot of what's going on here is just him destroying these towers. Because you have to destroy the towers. It's not like the DLC mission from earlier where you destroy them to hope the kid has a better spawn. Here you're just trying to destroy all the towers. I don't like this mission though. I'm not a fan of this mission.
Yeah, I don't love it. I love how Burley never spawns.
Yeah, because like it's it's a simple level, but it's annoying. Yeah, I feel like I say that about a lot of late game stages. It's not too surprising why I only do 1-1 now, but a lot of the late stages are just really annoying. A lot of extra stuff for no real reason.
That's one
Actually,
of the
I say
other
that.
stages that's really cooked by the Brule rendering thing. Like, she never
Yeah.
renders ever, and she also, like, Irma stays gone for a long, long time.
We love a sub 130 though.
Yeah. I'm just like, please fix it so I don't have to wait at all.
Bold of you to assume they'll touch the game again.
They won't, but I can pray. Alright, this is the hardest stage in the game, but it's not compared to the DLC.
Yeah, bro, we're the true pirate kings already. Okay, this stage means nothing. This stage ain't hard at all, really, if you think about it. I think you lied just now by saying it was hard. In fact, I'd say it's the easiest stage of the game now that you're the true pirate king, because every stage should be the easiest.
Against Beijing, it's really easy.
That didn't kill?
Yeah, just, it didn't have a hitbox.
I guess the wall there ate it?
It ate it.
Whatever. That's lame. Usually you can shoot the C4 through the corner of the wall there to kill that extra guy that spawned in. It saves like a few seconds, but he had to go over there and kill him himself because it just got eaten by the corner of the wall, which is unusual. But you know, if that tells you the tone of how the run's been going, you wasted all of the good omens on your Water 7.
Yeah. Spent them all.
Yeah. I still can't get over that Kaku, the Kaku collider. This is the backup, by the way. Oh my god, I hate you. Oh my god.
My bad. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, another problem with this stage that makes it take so long is I don't know if y'all can see what I see, but we're leading some people around right now currently.
The longest
That's right.
escort in the game.
It's a long ass escort mission, baby.
Does that count?
I think that's like PG-13.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair. That's fair.
There's like four. There's like four that are PG-13.
Low key, I feel like, but sounds worse.
It sounds dumber, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, like I'm on board.
Yeah, no. If I was unsure in what I was saying, I wouldn't have said it.
Yeah. Take it off the flight list.
Yeah. I just start reciting what's the name? The 9 on stream right now. I don't remember the full name.
Oh,
if you know,
George
you know.
Carlin thing?
Yes.
I think it's just 7. 7.
7. I thought it was 9.
Yeah.
7.
I should probably end that right there.
If you know, you know. That might all that you know that does make me sound old.
I was 63 to
promise I'm not
7. JK. Okay.
If I promise I'm not old. I promise I'm not old. I promise. 20 did what to Savage?
For how many cookies?
Okay.
I didn't expect that one to get you. That was like bad. That was an inside joke that I have with somebody else. That's not a good joke. I can't believe that one got you. Yeah. This is still an escort mission, by the way, y'all. In case it wasn't clear. Oh.
Come on. It's fine. They're just trolling me.
Yeah. Great video game.
I have a tiny bit of time for them to troll me. Ah, the explosive. Hello? Okay. 2, 3. I don't trust this at all, so I always wait.
Yeah, because Jack, again, like we mentioned earlier in the DLC stage, he has the round start invulnerability for no reason. And it lasts a really long time.
Yeah. It's a little problematic.
Little. I don't know. I feel like it's a big problem, actually. I feel like Jack's a big problem. Get him out! Really.
Get him out!
Don't like him.
Get out!
Who needs him? Really.
Switch him out for Human Jack, or just never put him in the game, put more...
Never put him in the game.
What's her name?
King has no reason to be there, but put King there. I like King.
Maria. King.
Yeah, why not? Just because I like them. Just because I like those two characters. This stage is really fast. This is following up the last stage we were on. It's like a godsend. This is a really good stage. I actually like this one a lot. It's run in a straight line and kill things as fast as possible.
I got world record on a stage yesterday in practice. I actually grinded it.
Was it like a 28:33 or something?
Yeah.
That's sick.
It's actually insane. This is looking like pretty whatever pace, but it's fine. I'm like 3 seconds behind. On the first cutscene, I was a little behind on that one. Do I have a meter for this? I don't. Oh, I did. Just got it. I might not be able to be in range for all or nothing here, so I'm gonna move in all or nothing. Good.
He left her at half health there because this cutscene starts when she reaches half health. You don't have to kill her.
Yeah, she just has to complete her move.
Yeah. So. And then we beat Kaido there as soon as he spawns. And 32. You're bad! You're washed!
I'm washed. It's funny because I recorded a run and I was like, 39? That's insane! And then I started grinding the stage and I got it down to like 28
and
or whatever. And I
was bad.
Yeah.
You're like, too average for me, really.
Final stage.
So
Final
time ends on when the screen HUD disappears when I defeat Dragon Kaido for the last time. There's a lot of times I'm going to defeat him, but his health will actually go to 0. I promise. There's also a glitch here. Don't worry about it. Just look away. It's happening right now. Blame the rendering bug. It's all their fault. It's happening.
Yeah.
All right, there it is.
Yeah.
Time has stopped that whole time, so you don't have to worry about me losing time. Like if you look, it's 11
Well,
seconds.
we lose real time.
We lose real time, but that was
But
how
if
long
you-
it took to render Big Mom.
Yeah, if you were actually speedrunning, that wouldn't waste time because time stops there. If you were actually running because it's done in in-game time.
Oh, I got that unlucky. Sad.
That was
Praise the IGC.
bad. Oh my god. I
Fine.
cannot believe we are entering the final stage of the run when we're already over the estimate.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it.
Oh, I think he just died from the collider, didn't he?
Yeah,
he does
that was a really good collider.
The final Drake L of the day. We hope.
Actually, I would love if Kendrick dropped the second one.
Yeah, actually, you know, I don't remember who it was, but he ends the track with "That's something you don't want to do," and then the guy goes, "Nah, Drake does want to do that. Please, I need to hear more like this, please." I think it was I'm Dante that said that. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
it was hilarious. He was like, "Please, I need to hear more Kendrick verses like this. Please, please respond, Drake, please." And then, yeah, this stage also, you'll see it not right. Oh yeah, right now. I was like, is it right now? I wasn't thinking. Yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes on the stage that don't even get skipped by FDM because they're like part of the stage. They're like built
Yeah.
into it.
They'd
So-
break the stage harder if I took them out.
Yeah. It's like a whole bunch of, oh yeah, I'm fighting Dragon Kaido. I beat Dragon Kaido. Now there's a cutscene. Now I fight Dragon Kaido. Now there's a cutscene. So. Because they gotta show you that the game ends with the power of friendship.
Yeah.
Because the real Dragon Kaido we fought was the friends we met along the way or something like that. And also, they also want to imply that the moral of the story is you get punished by losing time to cutscenes for not playing an escort mission as the final mission of the game. So.
The real trees were the escort missions we did along the way.
Yeah, if Nighlin was so, I wish you still harbored as much hate for those trees as you did for that first like 3-month period after finishing that. It used to make you just mad. Anytime the trees were mentioned, you'd be like, no, shut up, stop.
Alright, time's gonna end when the screen freeze happens after I do this. That's like right here.
Yay, and we did it. We beat the run, overestimate. Woo!
There's a little bit.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. There's some unfortunate conundrums, but I got a couple saves, so it's worth it.
Yep. That was good, that was good.
Heck yeah.
To be fair, it's because of it's first off, Zoro moment.
That was Zoro's
Zoro
fault.
wasted time. So,
Said this before.
you know. And you dying like 5 times in Coliseum, but you know, it is what it is.
Twice.
Good run.
Thank you. Yeah. Went really well overall.
Yeah.
You got any last remarks? Anything to say?
Shout outs to Pirate Wars 4. I'm glad Bandai came back and did a bunch of DLC. The DLC is very fun. The bugs would be cool. You came back, quickly fixed them, but it's not a big deal overall, honestly. And looking forward to Pirate Wars 5 in March or 25 or 26. We're not sure which one. Shout outs to my co-casters.
Yeah, I get angry at this game. This game makes me mad. But I love watching other people deal with the pain of it. It's fun.
Don't play video games. Don't do it. Just stay away.
Gaming's
from video games.
banned.
Yeah,
Something you
gaming's
need to
banned.
realize: gaming is banned.
Shoutouts.
That's all I gotta say.
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you for your run.
For
It's
sure.
a good time. We're gonna head to the setup, and we're gonna do some stuff in between.
Hmm.
I really appreciate having you on here.
For sure. Take care.
All right.